They wanted to send so much negative energy to you, but they can't even handle the same amount of warfare that you go through on a daily basis because of your anointing, because you are chosen. You know, in the story of Yeshua and Judas, Judas was one of Yeshua's disciples, one of his homeboys. But Judas betrayed Yeshua for 30 pieces of silver to Pontius Pilate with the kiss of death. He went to Pontius, and Pontius is like, okay, well, if you kind of like reveal to me and show me who Yeshua is, I'll give you 30 pieces of silver, I'll give you some money. And then Judas took it, and Judas said, okay, the one who I kiss is Yeshua. And at the Last Supper, that's when Judas went and kissed Yeshua. That's where they get the term, the kiss of death. Yeshua already knew that Judas was going to betray him because that was part of his destiny. But for you all, chosen ones, you all did not know who your Judas was going to be. The person that your Judas caught you completely off guard and very much by surprise. Also, some of you chosen ones have had more than one Judas in your life. People betraying you. Okay? But listen, they cannot handle the same type of warfare that you go through, the stuff that goes on in your mind, because spiritual warfare really is in your mind, man. That's where it is. But if you can recall that when Judas betrayed Yeshua and Yeshua was getting persecuted, that's where the karma was immediate with Judas. And Judas went through so much spiritual warfare where he couldn't handle it, he couldn't take it. So what did he decide to do? That's what he did, because he couldn't handle it. Your enemies, they can't handle the very thing that they dished out to you. But you see, they set themselves up for failure, because the minute that they decided to send all this negative energy to you, they were creating spiritual warfare for themselves, because they wanted spiritual warfare in your life, but it's backfiring because now all of that spiritual warfare is hitting them 10 times worse. Hear me when I say this. Some of them will not make it because they won't be able to handle the very thing that's going on in here, because they're not as strong as you. And this is not your fault. This is their own doing. They're falling into the same pits that they tried to have you fall in. Those whole coffin rituals, the whole thing, they're going to fall into that same coffin. But this is all on them because of their decision to come against a child of God.